I've been making book-related videos here on YouTube for a few months now, and I've always been on the periphery of the booktuber community. But that changes today with my very first booktube tag. This one I'm simply going to call Dirty Book Tag. It's very simple. 3 to 5 books off of your shelf that you think somehow fit into the realm of being dirty. Now that could be sexually dirty, that could be full of curse words dirty, that could be literally thrown in the mud dirty. However you define dirty, tell us 3 to 5 books from your shelf that you would consider dirty. Simple enough. The first one, Henry Miller's Tropic of Cancer. Some have actually said that it's responsible for testing the American limits of freedom of speech. I believe it was published in the US in 1961, I believe, after having been banned previously the first time it tried to be published. I don't remember a lot from when I first read this book, but I do remember there being quite a bit of talk of sexual diseases. The second book on my list for the sexually dirty variety is The Death of Bunny Munro by Nick Cave. Nick Cave is probably more well known as a musician. My top favorite musician of all time is Tom Waits. Nick Cave can sometimes, I think, honestly be a little... Just 1 second here. Can honestly sometimes be a little better than Tom Waits. Nick Cave's writing, however, is fantastic. Not only The Death of Bunny Munro, but also And the Ass Saw the Angel, his first novel. Now, The Death of Bunny Munro, the reason why it is what some would consider dirty is because it does deal a lot with, how to say this delicately, Avril Lavigne vagina. The next 2 books on my list are dirty because they are nonfiction books that deal with what some would consider a very dirty profession. The first one is Mop Men Inside the World of Crime Scene Cleaners by Emmins. And the other is a very similar book, Aftermath Incorporated, Cleaning Up After CSI Goes Home. They're both books that deal with human remains removal. Basically, when a body dies, someone has to clean it up, right? So each of these books follows different companies that do that very thing. I actually use both of these books as research for one of my novels, so it just speaks to my morbid perversion, I suppose, and probably the reason I started this tag to begin with. I'm kind of gross. The last book I chose on my list is Scorch Atlas by Blake Butler. I chose it not only because it is designed to look physically dirty. I'll get a little close here to the camera. You can see the sides of the pages are actually kind of smoky and dark, and the background of the pages are actually designed to kind of look like folded and crumpled up paper there. But the stories themselves actually deal with a very dirty, dystopian physical environment as well. There's ash, and there's smoke and smog, and very, very heavy, rich imagery with all of his stories, all of Blake Butler's stories in this collection. It's poetry. It's as close to poetry as I will admit liking. I'd love to hear how a lot of other booktubers interpret the word dirty and what types of books they have on their shelves. I will tag a few specific people, I think, in the description below, and I will also open it up to anyone else out there, of course. So please, if you like this, subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get my subscribers up there. I will tell you now, this is the first time I'm announcing it here on YouTube. When I do hit 100 subscribers, I will do a cool giveaway, something handmade probably. A lot of times I will make slip cases for my books, or for, out of cigar boxes, or I'm not really sure what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something very cool, I promise. So definitely subscribe, share, and look forward to the giveaway. Thanks. Dirty Book Tag.